Nowadays, mobile stores offer all kinds of games, and the Play Store itself is already the second largest game store in the world. That's great, right? But when it comes to finding a truly addictive game, it can be a real headache. That's exactly why I made this video for you. 15 games that will get you hooked in just 2 minutes. So you already know what to do. Drop a like and come with me. Let's start with a game that truly managed to innovate by mixing roguelike elements with a strong story mode, Children of Morta. Unlike games like Hades or Dead Cells, where the focus is on individual progression, in Children of Morta you play as the Bergson family lineage. The story doesn't happen only through cutscenes, it unfolds inside the family home between missions. You see the characters cooking, arguing, taking care of animals, or training together. One of the game's biggest strengths is how it encourages you to play with every family member. Each one has a completely different playstyle and they're all connected, evolving together through shared and intertwined abilities. Children of Morta achieves something very few roguelites can. It makes you care. When a family member gets injured or something happens back at home, you actually feel the weight of it, even though at first glance it looks like just another roguelike. A lot of people tend to overlook 2D games on mobile, and ignoring this one is definitely a mistake. Let's talk about DARKRISE. Unlike about 90% of modern mobile RPGs, here you actually play the game. There's no auto walk to the quest button and no auto attack. Your success depends entirely on your dodging skills and positioning. The game isn't afraid to punish you. If you play carelessly, enemies, especially bosses, will take you down very quickly. And that's exactly what makes every victory feel so rewarding. Right now the game features classic classes that drastically change how combat feels. The loot system is deep and satisfying with gear of different rarities, gem sockets, and random attributes. DARKRISE's biggest strength is its honesty. It doesn't try to trap you with aggressive microtransactions or gacha mechanics. It's simply an addictive game the way games should be. Killing zombies is just a consequence in this game, and that's exactly what makes it so unique and surprisingly underrated. Let's talk about Death Road to Canada. At its core, the game isn't about killing zombies, but about surviving a road trip from Florida all the way to Canada. The game constantly throws impossible decisions at you. You might run into a bodybuilder who wants to throw your car at zombies, an anime salesman offering magic swords, or even a dog that knows how to drive. One of the biggest joys in Death Road to Canada is the character created. There are basically no limits. You can create your friends, family members, or even celebrities and drop them straight into the game. Watching your best friend get eaten by a zombie horde is memorable, to say the least. The real goal is to build a group of interesting survivors who complement each other, working together to overcome the game's many unpredictable challenges. There are a lot of things that make this game addictive, but the quality of the gameplay and its difficulty are definitely the main highlights. Let's talk about Door Kickers Action Squad. Unlike Metal Slug, where you mostly just run and shoot, in Action Squad you need to think before you act. One wrong shot and you might kill the hostage you were supposed to save. The game punishes reckless behavior but massively rewards a perfect execution. The game offers different characters that completely change how you approach each level. I personally like the shotgun character, but after trying the shield operator, I realized how useful he can be in many situations as well. As you defeat enemies, you fill up a special ability bar. The real brilliance is in the decision making, choosing between healing or getting more ammo to finish the level. One mistake, your character dies and you have to start everything over again. Simple, challenging, and incredibly addictive. Switching genres completely, let's talk about a very underrated racing game, Drift Legends 2. This isn't just a car game, it's a simulator that demands respect for physics, and that's exactly why it stands a level above most mobile racers. Drift Legends 2's biggest standout is its physics engine. It's not as rigid as a hardcore PC simulator, but it's also far from an arcade experience where you just press a button to drift. The game simulates how the asphalt and track conditions affect grip, forcing you to constantly adapt your driving style. It also features an impressive lineup of iconic drift cars, especially legendary JDM models, all crafted with a level of detail that's genuinely impressive for a mobile game. A post-apocalyptic survival game that throws the boring parts of the genre out the window and fully embraces hardcore survival. Let's talk about Dismantle. The name isn't just for show. In Dismantle, you can literally dismantle almost everything on the map, from cars to entire houses. Nearly every object can be broken down into resources and useful items. Unlike games like DayZ or Don't Starve, survival here is focused on progression, not punishment. You don't die from hunger or thirst. Food is used to grant permanent buffs or restore health, which makes exploration feel much smoother and more rewarding. When you die, you only lose what's in your backpack, and even that can be recovered at the place of death. Your upgrades and permanent items stay with you. That said, the game doesn't go easy on you. Monsters respawn, and with limited health, you're often forced to fight them all over again. The grind is endless, and that's exactly what makes it so addictive. Easily one of the most underrated open world survival games out there, let's talk about Earth Revival. Your first impression of Earth Revival is its stunning visuals. The game delivers graphics that many people call console level. Light reflecting off metallic armor, rain soaking into surfaces, and richly detailed biomes, this game feels like a work of art. Combat is where the game truly stands out. Instead of relying only on conventional weapons, you can summon a power armor during fights. These suits completely change your playstyle for a limited time, turning you into a heavy tank or a high-powered elite shooter. The world of Earth Revival is dangerous, but survival isn't overly punishing. There are powerful enemies, but nothing that kills you in a single hit. You still need to manage hunger, hydration, and temperature, but the game ties all of this into its core idea of rebuilding Earth after an alien invasion. Stepping into the world of MMORPGs, this game manages to be different by going completely against the mobile MMO norm. Let's talk about ETERSPIRE. ETERSPIRE is an indie MMORPG that won the community's heart by being the anti-generic mobile MMO. If you're tired of games that play themselves, this is your safe haven. Unlike most mobile MMOs where you press a button and your character completes quests automatically, here you control every step, every attack, and every dodge. The sense of achievement is real. If you're wearing legendary armor, it's because you actually fought, farmed, and earned it. This is where the game truly shines. It's genuinely free to play. The only purchasable items are cosmetic skins and a few teleports to reach locations faster. The game proudly avoids being pay to win, and that makes all the difference. If you're a fan of classic RPGs, Fate Reawakening is a name you need to know. Simple, very old school, addictive, and just plain fun. The game uses a hand-painted art style, giving it a timeless charm while allowing it to run extremely smoothly even on mid-range devices. Unlike games that lock you into a single role forever, customization here is deep. You get flexible, fully customizable abilities instead of being forced into a predefined character build. Progression works in layers. You don't just level up, you actually shape how your spells behave through runes, creating a lab-like feeling for players who love crafting the perfect build. Combat is one of the game's strongest points, and it rewards quick reflexes. Knowing the right moment to step out of a boss's damage zone is the difference between victory and a loading screen. That kind of FPS or shooter that's easy to learn, you jump in and can already play at a high level, quickly understanding how the characters work. Let's talk about For the Win. You grasp the basic mechanics in minutes, but mastering how you combine abilities and use the environment takes hundreds of matches. Unlike many modern games that rely on random drops or luck-based systems, For the Win is all about player performance. The playing field is balanced. What decides the winner is reflexes, game sense, and team strategy, not who spent the most money in the store. The game doesn't try to be ultra-realistic, and that's where it shines. It mixes a cartoon-style look with humanoid characters, making everything more enjoyable. Thanks to strong visual optimization, the game runs incredibly smoothly with high FPS, which is crucial for competitive shooters. If you enjoy Metroidvanias that don't just copy the classic formula but actually refine and improve it, you need to know HAAK. Set in a post-apocalyptic world with a desolate cyberpunk aesthetic, you play as HAAK, a traveler using an energy hook to search for his lost brother. The heart of the game is the electric hook. It's not just for swinging, it's your weapon, your puzzle-solving tool, and your main movement mechanic. The sense of weight and speed is spot on. The game demands fluid combinations of jumps, dashes, and hook usage. The map is massive and filled with secret paths. HAAK excels at giving you that classic feeling of coming back to areas you couldn't reach before, and now, with your new movement abilities, you finally can. HAAK manages to be incredible for both newcomers and veteran players alike. I've never seen a relaxing game become this successful before, but after playing HEARTOPIA, it makes perfect sense. Let's talk about it. The first reason behind HEARTOPIA's success is its visual style. The game uses soft art, pastel colors, and warm lighting that instantly create a sense of peace. Unlike more intense games like HAAK, HEARTOPIA feels pleasant and comforting no matter where you are. Unlike more rigid simulators, HEARTOPIA gives you a lot of freedom to shape your own space, from building your personal home to constantly changing your style. There's a huge variety of clothes and accessories, letting you express your identity in a truly unique way. The game is a dream for anyone who loves virtual hobbies. You can spend hours on stress-free activities like fishing, gardening, and music, just to name a few. If you're a strategy fan, Heroes of Tower Defense is one of those hidden gems that manages to refresh a classic genre. Let's talk about it. The biggest difference is right in the name. Instead of simple cannons or generic arrow towers, you command heroes with their own identities. Each hero comes with a unique set of abilities that can completely change the course of a match. The game is a true blend of two elements, but tower defense is clearly at the core. Still, controlling a hero while facing waves of enemies adds a very interesting layer to the gameplay. Unlike many tower defense games where it's just you versus the system, Heroes TD really shines in PvP player versus player. In some modes, you can even summon monsters to attack your opponent's base, turning the match into a simultaneous offense and defense battle. HIGHWATER hits you right in the chest. It's a turn-based adventure and strategy game set in a world flooded by climate collapse. Let's talk about it. Most post-apocalyptic games are grey and brown. HIGHWATER is blue and vibrant. You travel by inflatable boat through flooded cities where only the tops of buildings and monuments remain visible. The visual beauty contrasts with the sadness of the situation, creating a powerful sense of nostalgia for the present. Every battle feels like a puzzle. Positioning is crucial, and the game pushes you to think creatively with the limited resources available to the protagonist, Nikos, and his friends. Contrary to what many expect, HIGHWATER is not an endless survival game. It has a clear story to follow which shifts the usual end-of-the-world survival dilemma. In the end, it's about a group of friends trying to survive and find hope, even when the horizon seems completely lost. Talking about INOTIA 4, Assassin of Berkel, means talking about one of the sacred pillars of mobile action RPGs. Even though it was released back in 2015, it's still an incredibly addictive game. Unlike many generic hero saves the world RPGs, INOTIA 4 focuses on a darker, more personal story. You follow Kian, a skilled warrior from the Tribe of Shadows, and Ira, the light channeler. Their relationship isn't just romantic, it's filled with conflict around duty, destiny, and sacrifice. The party system is still highly praised to this day. You can bring mercenaries with you, and the real highlight is that you can recruit mercenaries from any class, fully customizing their skills and equipment. During combat, you can switch control between Kian and your companions at any time, allowing for strategic combos and much deeper gameplay. And that's it for today. If you discovered a new game here, comment which one hooked you the most, and I'll see you in the next video.